Now, just like rural farmers are engaged into soybean planting, many people are turning to agriculture and investing their much hard-earned money into cropping, into crops like coffee. Now, for coffee, you need knowledge, and yet some of these farmers do not have the knowledge about good agronomic practices. We have the details.
Coffee is statistically the second widely exported product in the whole world next to petrol. For many years, this country's national coffee export industry has deteriorated and coffee productivity has increasingly gone low. However, coffee enthusiasts and farmers have sought knowledge elsewhere from renowned coffee-growing countries, for example, Brazil, Honduras, Vietnam, and other Latin American countries. They have adopted their coffee farming methods and put in place demonstration farms to teach our local farmers. Joseph Nkandu, a renowned coffee farmer, CEO Joseva Coffee Demonstration Farm Bunja Kobuama, and Executive Director New Cafe Uganda, says spacing is the major aspect.
We are moving away from spacing our coffee at 3 meters by 3 meters to spacing our coffee at 3 meters by 1. 3 meters to mean between rows, here between rows, and then 1 meter between plants.
In particular, this 1-acre demonstration farm yields 3 metric tons a year. A number of people from all regions of the country storm this facility to pick, learn, and gather knowledge and skills concerning the modernized coffee farming practices. And Mr. Joseph Nkandu does this freely. This method is sensitive, requires you, a farmer, to do a number of practices to ensure health growth of coffee and its productivity. Soil analysis is a key to know which particular coffee type suits your land. Planting of trees in the plantation just to give shade to the coffee plants. Application of fertilizers at the stages of root development, vegetative growth, and flowering.
Good farm management practices. And where good farm management practices mean, right from the time you site, from the time you locate where you are going to plant your coffee.
Government, as the main stakeholder, and potential investors should engage and put monies in coffee growing and practice this modernized way of coffee farming. The farmers' ownership model should as well be encouraged to our local farmers, such that they get full protection and powers over their coffee.
Traditional way of growing coffee, a farmer will wait 2 to 3 years just for their coffee to develop beans. But speaking the modern way of coffee farming, a farmer only waits for 8 months, their coffee has flowered and it has actually developed beans. Our farmers should adopt to this new way of coffee farming, and the government itself should sensitize our farmers, advocate for this new way of coffee farming, if we are to have our national coffee productivity higher as it was then. Sali Juma Kauchi, NBS, this is my story.
Thank you, Juma, for that story. Now we